Alrighty. Hello, everyone. It's almost a tradition at this point where if we're doing great moments in production and delivery, I'm only like, 50% prepared. You can hear Bertha humming in the background right now, so I'm sorry about that. And we usually don't stream this early, so it's a little bit peculiar to be on here so early. Let's give everybody a few seconds because it takes a few moments. Most people were kind of like, "Are we on Periscope? Where are we doing this?" So uh, let's be kind to the masses and tweet them just to let them know. And of course, others will trickle in as the time goes. We are talking about excuse me, see, already getting emotional. We are talking about one of my absolute bias groups, absolute 21 of YG Entertainment. And it's interesting to have to talk about them because there are some things about production that are very particular for them that goes with no other group and or no other camp for that matter. So we have hello H Don, hello Taeyong Stuffed Elephant, hello Paris Colbert, Izzy hi, thank you Trishy, hello. We have Simone Copeland, cool name spelling. 21. No. I was so ready for this way. I'm gonna need some tissues. I'm gonna probably need some tissue. Look at me, my voice is fluctuating. I'm going to possibly need some tissue because I love these girls so very much. So much. So and I can't even call them all girls. Like they're grown women. So there's no point in calling them something that they aren't. Hold on, everyone. I know I look a little bit distracted, but that's because I just want to make sure to tweet to my followers on Twitter that I am live streaming the great moments right now. So let me make sure to do that, and then we're gonna jump into it. 21 Blackjack. All right. I'm not mopey. Are you mopey? I'm a little mopey. Let's see. My very first K-pop group had to watch this. Oh, love you. Thank you, Alicia. Love you too. Greetings and hallucinations. Well, greetings and salutations to you too. I surprisingly never got into 21. It's okay if you didn't get into them, and you might leave this still not into them. But I definitely just want to share my girls with you. So I never got to see them perform live. I only got to see CL, and I'm very brokenhearted that I didn't get to see them perform live. What was your first 21 song? First 21 song was Lollipop, and I hated it. And then I fell for I Am the Best. But the song that made it for me, we'll talk about it, which made me a huge fan of them. Ashley out here about to pull a daughter. I mean, some daughter and I are the same age, and she looks younger than I do. She's phenomenal. Hello, Nostalgic AF. Hi. Okay, everyone, give me 1 second because when we play the music from Little Red, as hard as she tries, she doesn't sound as good as Big Bertha, my main computer, or my tablet. So let me go get my tablet. 1 second. Okay. All right. There we go. Thank you. I missed out on them. I just got into K-pop at the end of January. Whoa, you are super new. Welcome to the world of Hallyu Wave. Oh my gosh. My mom gets sad whenever I play 21 because she loves these girls and wanted them to stay. I'm shocked at the fact that I've had other groups that I enjoy break up, but this is the group that makes me cry. I don't understand the dynamic of that. Top's outfit in that video, shaking my head. All of their outfits in that video. Ugh. Didn't get into them until after they disbanded. Wow. 21 was my second group, and I Love You was the first song I heard from them. Lonnie, me too. Oh, I'm going to be at my damn feels. All right. So, for those of you who have experienced great moments in production and delivery on Periscope, and you're just getting adjusted to us doing this here on YouTube, it is an adjustment for me still. There's a little bit more freedom on Periscope than it is here on YouTube. For one thing, if somebody goes back and watches it on Periscope, they can see the comments. However, here on YouTube during a live chat, you can't. So I do quite a bit of reading as I go so that people who go back and rewatch this, they can at least have an idea of what the conversations were. So please bear with me with that. This is an adjustment for all of us. And now for the fun part, the disclaimer, which kind of changes in words from time to time. All right. This is my disclaimer for Great Moments in Production and Delivery. This is my series that I do live online. I am not saying in any shape, form, or fashion that I am the end-all, be-all of all professional opinions about music. However, I have worked in the American music industry and to an extent in the Korean music entertainment industry, and I do have a very well-trained ear. So I can guarantee that after you experience this or you go back and watch any of my other Great Moments in Production and Delivery series, that you will never, ever, ever, ever listen to music the same way. Another thing I want to let you all know is that today is the 15th. This is the last day for you to go onto my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/multifacetedacg. And you can go on there and use the $5 discount code for a purchase. We do have the Great Moment Scholar shirts. So if you were a scholar from the BTS one or EXO or GOT7 or whatever the case, you can grab one of those shirts. I would love to see you wearing that, or Touch His Face, or Mac the Macwalla, or my signature when I see some of you at KCON in a few weeks. Or if you're going to G-Dragon here in Houston next week, it'd be dope to see you in my attire. So again, today is the last day for that $5 promo. That code goes away at midnight, well, 11:59 Central Standard Time. All right. Just to make sure I'm not missing anyone's comment, someone said that they felt they had almost missed me. Nope, I just got started. I was watching Jess and got your notification. Hey, that's cool. Hi, I almost missed you. I just got started, Meek, so no reason to worry. I love 21 since Falling in Love. They were my second favorite girl group. When they disbanded, I was devastated. Hey, I feel like I haven't been to one of these in ages. Glad I made it. Well, this is an early one, Jam Fan, so usually we do them later in the evening. There is still a live stream tonight. It's the July Macwalla's Hangout, the Macwalla's Chat. So we'll be chatting for an hour and then kicking off live MV reactions promptly at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Starting it off with Hot Shot, but this ain't about them. This is about 21. I saw you at K-Pop. Hello, VIP K-Pop King. I got my notebook. I'm ready this time. Hey, and NCT. That's what's up. Thank you for peeping me out at both events. Falling in Love is such a bop. What a ginormous fan of 21. I liked a few of their songs, but I adored Park Bone. Loved both of her singles and appreciated the scope of 21's music. Hi, Ashley. Hello, beautiful roses. Hey, Ashley, just tuning in. I hope I didn't miss much. We haven't gotten started, Ms. Davenport. 21 was and is my favorite girl group, and they disbanded this year, and it is the same year I graduated high school, and I wanted to graduate with a 21 comeback. Oh, I'm just starting like K-pop, so this girl I know suggested this channel and other one. Oh, hello, Simone. Come back to New York. I like you. Where's Jess? Well, I don't know if I'll be coming to New York anytime soon. If I do, it'll be in September, but that's for something totally non-K-pop oriented. It's gaming, and Jess is in Germany, of course. I don't really cry a lot, but I did when I heard 21 disbanded. Yes. Why are we talking about 21? Because we're talking about great moments in production and delivery. It's only a few more things in here to finish, and then we'll get started. We have my computer sucks, so I can't chat. Have to hide it, but glad I get to see it live. I just got in 21 just to say disbanded, and then Fall in Love is my first music video for them. All right. I'm gonna get all kinds of ridiculous in my emotions, but that's okay. We're gonna enjoy these 50 to perhaps 60 minutes talking about them. There is a lot of music, and it's a lot, but we're not going to dive as deep as you may think, because 21 didn't have that much stuff, believe it or not. They officially debuted May 6th of 2009 on YG Entertainment, and they disbanded officially November of 2016, with the very last song by them coming out January 2017. There was 3 out of the 4 who was on that. 21 consists of CL, Bom, Sandara, and Minji. So it's 4 women. I'm so emotional. Help me. 4 women who, at the time when they debuted, which was not too far off from 4 Minute, those were the only 2 female groups who were really shouting about female empowerment and being confident in who you were and whatnot. It wasn't a lot about the cutesy wootsy and everything. It wasn't about that for those two groups. They had a lot of parallels for a minute and 21. But 21 was very spectacular to me because they were so severely eclectic. It was just something so dynamic about them that can't, it can never be replaced. Oh, how I love them so much. They had 3 studio albums. Let's see, 4, I'm sorry. 4 studio albums, 3 live albums, 4 video albums, 34 music videos, 3 EPs. And then when you look at the numbers, the singles are a little bit questionable because some people say they had 25 singles, some say 23, such as Wikipedia, but it's kind of contextual. We are only going to look at the Korean tracks, and I'm not going to just look at the things that are done on the 21 albums. We're going to look at some individual moments as well. They did have Japanese releases, and they did have some American releases as well, particularly with members of Black Eyed Peas. But again, we're going to look at the Korean context of it as much as possible. Somebody said distributes tissues to host and viewers. Yeah, my feels are high. And Wonder Girls, yes, we haven't talked about them on here yet in great detail, but Wonder Girls are a movement in and of themselves when they were on the scene for their 10 years and did some amazing things. All right. So all in all, we had a handful of albums by 21. It wasn't that many. We had 2NE1, Crush. We had 2NE1 that was released in July 2009, and then 2NE1 that was released in July 2011. So it wasn't a lot of albums, although it may feel like it. I will more than likely be okay talking about the music until we get to the 2011 EP, 2NE1. That's when I'm going to start getting emotional. So we're going to start from the very beginning. No, we're not going to look at Lollipop. Lollipop is a garbage song. There's no denying it. And the very interesting thing about these ladies, production and delivery, you can't really say much about production with them because it's not a lot of production diversity in who did it. Teddy Park, who used to be a member of One Time and is now the in-house producer for YG Entertainment, he's the heavy end of 21 sound. So you've got all these albums that he's the consistency aside from the actual women who are singing. And that's phenomenal in and of itself. Teddy can darn near produce anything. This is not to say he didn't have other producers collaborate with him. Some of you might know who Kush is. Some of you might know who Master Wu is. Master Wu is also an artist at YG, but he's a producer as well. Sometimes he writes. And then you might hear about Choice sometimes, who does a lot of things with G-Dragon. So there are other producers, but Teddy is very integral to the 21 sound in terms of production. Very, very integral. In fact, if you take the moment to look up on your own on Wikipedia and you look at their discography, Teddy's name is on damn near every single song. But we're going to go to the first album, 21, their debut album. This is the one that's like the metallic or mirror screen, if you want, because they had more than one album named 2NE1. So this is the very first one. It came out July 8, 2009. It's 25 minutes and 30 seconds long, and it had 7 tracks on it. Lollipop was added on there as a bonus because that was the song they did pre-debut in March. But this has Fire, I Don't Care, In the Club, Let's Go Party, Pretty Boy, and Stay Together. On this album, the song that had a great production moment, it's a little bit of a reach to say Fire. Fire was just energizing, but Fire, in terms of delivery, was a very unique moment for the group. It's the first time we've heard any of them, and it's the source of where we came up with, I go by the name of CL21. That is the source of where that came from. And you've heard other people at YG Entertainment mock her introduction. For a moment, 21 was the only girl group at YG Entertainment. They were the only ones. That wasn't to say they weren't the only females, because Gummy used to be a soloist there as well. But they used to open up all of the YG family concerts and whatnot. So having that, I go by the name of CL by 21, all of that, that's a big, big deal. That was a huge deal. So let me pull up the song. And while I'm getting that queued up, we'll go ahead and scroll and look. Now I did see one person said 21 Lollipop is considered cutesy. The lyrics are not cutesy, but it definitely falls into the whole pop cutesy moment. So I'm so mad that YG didn't pay more attention to 21. He did pay attention to them. However, directionally, the things that the young ladies wanted to go into, the young and same age ladies wanted to go into, doesn't mean that he neglected them. There's a lot of dynamics within music labels that make things much more gray area than black and white. And us as music consumers and fans, we don't necessarily see the forest for the trees. So I wish more could have been done, especially the way that he dismantled the group. But in their own right, the short amount of time that the ladies were on the scene, they did phenomenal. Let's see. My favorite song is Clap Your Hands. When I heard about the disbanding, I went to that vid to cry. Minji gave me hope with her solo, but this recent thing with C on the Black Eyed Peas, no thanks. There's no confirmation of that. So, and it makes no sense for her to laterally translate over to an American group that is old, not talking about old in terms of tenure, old as an age, to try to further advance herself in this industry. That's not a logical move. They each have their own style that went together in such a perfect way. YG doesn't seem to pay much attention to artists other than Big Bang, which is sad because look at what powerhouses artists he has. It is sad. I beg to differ. He does pay attention and he puts them where the demand is quite a bit. And if anything, he was more considerate to some of the emotional instabilities of his artists than other labels. He gave Bomb time to take care of herself, tried to hide it. I believe that. Bomb time to take care of herself. He let Winner go through the things they needed to go through. He leaves Icon in Japan. I have an issue with that. But Icon is not as huge of a demand in Korea as it is in Japan. That's not to say that they don't have a fan base. Don't get me wrong. But I think he is more considerate than people give him credit for. Hey, Daily Dose, if you're still in here. Lollipop was a garbage song. Yes, to me it was. Stop breaking my dreams. Hi, Paige. The thing made it just in time. Lollipop had been the cutest song 21 had to perform. I did not enjoy it. Yeah, it was definitely a cutie one. I just looked up Lollipop, got 16 seconds in and stopped it. See, I told you, it constitutes as a cutesy wootsy for them. It doesn't fit. All right. 21 Fire. I'm going to give you an acapella sample of it. Hopefully this is the correct one. You all know from time to time I pull something and it's not queued up appropriately. 21. You better ring the alarm. So the song is known in the fandom, and even if you're not a fan of them, you can at least identify that almost all of their lead singles at some point, not all of them, but almost all of the lead singles at some point have a somewhere in it. So it was one of their calling cards. So let me pull up the instrumental of it with backing vocals. There's not a lot that goes around in this diversely in terms of the way it was produced. Again, we're going to end up focusing more on the lyrical delivery than we are the production, but I'm still going to play it with backing vocals as best as I can. All right. But we here now. So the song has a simple drum cadence, a clap as the snare. So that's about as much motion as the song gives you. So for a debut for a girl group in 2009, spring 2009, this was very, very different compared to things like G, 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 baby, baby, baby. It was extremely different. They had to come out with something different. So that's the production of it. But let me give you the lyrics of 21 Fire. And again, this was the very first song from their debut album. Let's see. No, you're not late. We just got started. I literally just turned on the music and just turned it off. Oh, caught in the mirror. I can still hear Minji. I know. Like, I got a little bit caught up. For those of you who watched their performance at Mama, this was the song that Minji dropped down and just whipped every piece of hair that she had. I have literal goosebumps just talking about it. I don't know. If you're not somebody who really, really just downright loves a group, then it might seem like I'm exaggerating the way I'm talking about them. But I absolutely love this group. I loved this group. And when we get to the song that made me a fan, then I can explain it a little bit more articulately then. All right. So there's two versions of it. There's a street version and a space version. That's only the difference of the video, not in the song. All right. Let's go ahead and play the lyrics for you so that you can hear them.
I go by the name of CL21. It's been a long time coming, but we're here now. And we about to set the roof on fire, baby. You better get yours, cause I'm getting mine. 21.
It starts with CL's vocals. CL and Dara did the introduction. They were also known as the mama and the daddy of the group. This was Minji. Minji is the Magne of the group, who she didn't get a lot of opportunities to shine as a rapper and singer until an album much later. Now we're about to have Ball. Dara. I'm sorry, CL. Dara. All right. So the song is over 3 minutes long, but the thing about it was that made this such a good delivery thing is there's so many groups that came before them that had 5, 7, 9, 12 members and whatnot. There was decent line disbursement in this. Everyone had an opportunity to shine, and the only time that they were eclectically all together was during the chorus. So this was their debut song. It was called Fire. It was on the first 21 album, the one that has like a reflective front. This is not from the album that has the number 21 on the front of it. That was the September 9th, 2010 release. And that's the one that has the song that made them my ultimate group until they retired. And then I put Got7 finally in their spot. So on that whole debut album, that's the only song that was a great production and delivery moment. I know a lot of people love I Don't Care because it's a fan favorite, but that very first album didn't have a lot of challenges in terms of hurdles they had to get over as producers and things. And again, they didn't have a lot of production going on in it anyway. It was strongly Teddy Park. On the second album, lyrics were written by Teddy, a writer named Enoch, who also does music arrangement. We had Sunwoo Jung Ha, Master Wu was on there as well, and Choice 37 and Big Tone made their first moment on the album. So no, Ugly is a little bit later. That's the album that I'm more than likely gonna start getting choked up on. I'm singing along and my mom is looking at me like I'm not her child. Ugly? Yeah, Ugly is a jam. CO looked so happy to perform with the girls at the Mamas. Y'all gonna have me tearing up. I love the song Clap Your Hands. Clap Your Hands is one of my jams, and that's actually where we're starting. We're starting with 21, Clap Your Hands. Clap Your Hands was one of the singles for the song. They had Can't Nobody, which is just a jam. Can't Nobody, Go Away, Clap Your Hands, It Hurts Slow, Kiss, Try to Follow Me, I Don't Care, the reggae version. But we're going to start with Clap Your Hands. It's the third song on the track, and Clap Your Hands is more so a good production moment. So, I'm sorry, not production, my apologies. More so a good delivery moment, not so much production. These first couple of albums, they were relatively easy. You got an A part, a B part, a C, and a B. It didn't have a lot of variation in terms of how the music built upon itself. Not until the 2011 album, 21. And that's the one that has all four of their little chibi faces on it. That was the Nolja album. And that's the one that I'm going to have a lot to say about. So, 21, Clap Your Hands. I'm going to play the acapella for you so that you can hear some of the moments that made this song so unique. We are going to play the instrumentation of it so that you can hear that as well. But I want you to hear this first. They did a very good job at giving everybody a moment to shine. It was also the first time that they used a lot of auto-tune. And at the time, auto-tune was still cool.
박수 쳐 모두 박수 쳐 모두 박수 쳐 모두 박수 쳐 네가 어디에서 무엇을 하던 걱정 근심 따윈 버리고 다 손뼉 쳐 자 이제 손을 높이 들자
Really good disbursement of who has a verse.
함께 놀자 혼자 있는 사람 모두 빨리 부르자 이 답답한 도시에서 벗어나자 박자에 맞춰 모두 다 우리는 우리 밖으로 탈출한 사자 I wanna rock your body 오늘 하루는 잠시 미쳐봐 몸이 뜨거워질 때까지 뛰어봐 우리 만나면 나의 손 부딪혀보자 오늘 하루는 잠시 미쳐봐 욕심 따위는 모두 잊어봐
The editing is nice. It's a good delivery.
모두 준비됐어 박수 쳐 박수 쳐 모두 손을 올리고 저 하늘에게 말을 걸어봐 박수 쳐 박수 쳐 이제부터 시작이야 K-O-R-E
Remember, I acknowledged the That was an again. It was very common in their songs, and you might not have noticed it until I just said it now. This is the second song we stopped by that has an They did do this song with English as well. So that whole baksucho, that's Clap Your Hands in Korean, but there is a version of them saying it in English. It's just, it was a very, very good choice for them in terms of giving vocal disbursement, letting the girls come out and show that, yeah, we can rap too, or we can sing fast enough where it comes out very rhythmically. Let's go ahead and play it with the music so that you can hear that. Somebody's like, oh, I noticed the AAAs. Yeah, 21 knew how to give bops. Does anyone else keep getting booted off? Oh, I'm sorry, Hopi, that you keep getting kicked off. My dad says the beginning part sounds like hot sauce in Chinese. I'm not too shocked. All right, this is it with the music. Same stuff we heard, but you see how Teddy produced to let their vocals sit in the verses? All right, that song again is called 21 Clap Your Hands, or Baksu Cha. So as you can hear, the delivery was very, very cool. And the good thing about it was YG Entertainment is known for uploading or providing the instrumentals of their lead singles. So it's very easy to find acapellas as well as pure vocals. Sorry, y'all. The song that they came out and really delivered more of a electro pop song is I'm Busy, Nam Papa. This is one of my jams. There's a promotional video the ladies did in these amazing, like eclectic outfits and whatever, and they did it to this. The instrumental to I'm Busy is a jam on its own. It pulses it. It's just so dope. So I'm excited to share that with y'all. Let me look at some of the comments before we jump into that. Oh, how I miss my queens. Oh, clap your hands with such a bop. I'm singing along so loud. Let's see. That do-do-do sounds in the background keeps catching my attention. It's a lot of that too. Slowly turning into a 21 stand. Give it some time. Give it some time. By the time we make it to the album Crush, I'm guaranteeing that you'll have some moments. CL should come to KCON. CL should release an American album in full, but that's another story. What up, fam? What's up, Si? What's doing work? Saw your schedule on Insta and realized I'm mad late. Another group I've never been sold on. Ready to learn. Thank you. The classic house phone. Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't care. We skipped over I Don't Care because I Don't Care didn't have a lot of delivery or production moments that were exceptionally unique. It gave Park Bom a moment to shine. And this was pre-surgery, not plastic surgery, y'all. Pre-surgery for things that were impeding her vocal strength. So her voice was incredible beyond what words could say then. Let's see. So the next song we're listening to is I'm Busy. And I'm Busy again is really a serious pulsing song, like big time pulsing. Is such a dope track. So here we go with that. Come on now. Yes. Now Papa, damn Papa, now Papa, very Papa, now Papa, damn Papa. This one was not done by Teddy. This one was done by a producer named Big Tone and PK. Y'all got to listen to it in headphones. There's a thing that happens right in there. I'm going to go back just a little bit. You're going to hear it go as a transition. There was a lot of playing around with techno and dance sounds in this song that was just so dope. All right. Now the transition's about to change. Down to the down, let me go. So the song is amazing. The song is called I'm Busy. And as you can see, it's totally dance oriented, totally trancy. Let me give it to you with the lyrics. Oh my gosh. This song is just so much fun and it's so sassy. It's telling other people to get out of your way. You are the ish. It's everything. Because again, this was a group along with 4 Minute at this time in history that were really about championing the strength of the individual female. So here we go.
Papa, berry, Papa, bell, Papa, dance, Papa, berry, Papa, dance, Papa, berry, Papa, dance, Papa, berry, Papa, dance, Let me go, just let 네가 입을 열 때마다 들리는 거 blah 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 힘만 아파 turn around 조용히 가 내가 이럴 때마다 남자들 다 they be like damn damn 시간 없어 bounce 지금 난 봐봐 So baby bounce 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 move it let's go turn 하고 써주는 거 지금 난 봐봐 time 우리 정신 차려 정말 의지 없는 거
All right, so that's it with the lyrics. Again, these are things that you always want to go back to and listen to on your own. And I know I'm jamming, but the songs speak for themselves. Let's go back a little bit and look at the comments. Okay, this song again, someone asked, it's called I'm Busy. It's by 21. Someone said a lot of LOL, a lot of 90s era Euro techno up in there. Very much so. It's a heavy influence. I'm putting this in my workout mix. It is in my workout mix. I don't know why I never liked them when I'm in love with Elizabeth, who needs to come back. Oh my freaking gosh. See, lit like fire. Well, I see why it's called busy, because we be dancing a lot. I don't think some know what trance is. There is some trance to this, definitely so. They tinkered with it from time to time. And yes, a lot of people do mistake trance and psytrance for just straight up EDM, but there's facets to everything. Let's see, the Wonder Girls or Miss A or another thing like that. Am I wrong to challenge the female thing you said? You're not challenging it incorrectly. However, the timing is different. 2009 is when these songs were coming out. Miss A's I Don't Need a Man, that didn't happen until 2013. Like Goodbye, Baby, Goodbye, breakup songs and stuff weren't new. They weren't new, and they will always be around. However, let me read to you the lyrics of 21, I'm Busy, and then you tell me if this was cutting edge or not. See, it's been forever since I've heard this song. Oh my Lord, Hair Whip. Yes, Bomb. Yeah, Bomb came and delivered. Let me give you the lyrics for this. And remember, this is 2009, where we didn't have too many groups going against, I don't need anything except what I got going on. So the lyrics are, let's see, I'm busy, very busy, very, 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 very. I'm busy, very busy. I'm busy, damn, I'm busy. So let me go, let go of my hands, please. I'm really not interested. Even without saying anything, your obvious game, boy, I heard it before. I don't have time, bounce. I'm busy right now. I won't waver at your constant clinging. Every time you open your mouth, all I hear is blah, blah, blah. It's just painful for my ears. I'll turn around quietly, go, go, go. Every time I'm like this, guys, they be like, damn, I don't have time, bounce. I'm busy right now. So baby, bounce, 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 keep grooving, let's go. Don't just stand there looking like a fool. Bounce, because I'm busy right now. I ain't got time for you, get a clue. You're really an idiot with no sense, get out of my way. I'm busy, let me go. Like, I love it, love it. They are saying they have zero time for anything you bring it to the table, because what they have going on is already enough. I love it. It's an independence anthem. It's dope. Are they saying that the YG? No, they're not. No, this is 2009. It's no correlation, VIP K-pop king. You're making a reach. It's unnecessary. There's no correlation. These are the lyrics that they were writing or was written for them, and they were the group to be able to champion the sound. Let's see, that lyric is like, damn, those lyrics. These lyrics are so savage. I love independent songs. I live for independent songs. All right. We looked at Clap Your Hands. We looked at I'm Busy. There's some other very good songs on here, such as Can't Nobody. Can't Nobody is a song that had an English version as well. They did a lot of English versions of songs. And hey, Jalen, the other really cool thing about it is Can't Nobody, the hook on that is, it ain't even the hook. It's Minji's part that everybody lives for. I'm so bad, bad, but I'm so good, good. That part is Money. That is a song that has a very strong delivery. And it was another independent song. It's talking about Can't Nobody Hold Us Down. So let's see if I can find just the part that is necessary, because the instrumentation on it was okay. We haven't made it to that album yet, VIP K-Pop King. They're asking for the song Ugly. We're not on that album yet. We're going in the order of the album's releases. All right, Can't Nobody. We're going to look at the Korean version, because again, we're looking at the Korean albums, not the English albums. All right, here we go. If it'll play.
가만큼 가겠지 오늘 밤도 길겠지 분위기 타겠지 절절 따라올 테지 난 참 바쁜 girl I welcome you to my world 21 I done dance so steady, shake it down, and my soul.
If you haven't picked up on it now, this album was heavy with synthesizers, voice changes.
심장을 비릿비릿 콧노래 라리라리 춤추는 바리바리 흥분은 now now 자 here we go go 세상이 꺾이려
But now it's down,
so bad, bad, but I'm so good, good. Yeah, I'm so bad, bad, and I'm so good, good. 'Cause I'm so bad, bad, but I'm so good, good. Yeah, I'm so bad, bad, and I'm so good, good. Can nobody hold us down? 말만 추려 하지만 모두 미칠 때까지 다 지칠 때까지 tonight. Can't nobody hold us down. Can't nobody hold us down. 갈 때까지 갔어 나. Can't nobody hold us down. 'Cause we keep rocking, yeah.
So that is the song in acapella, the Korean version, the original version. And yes, they do say I'm so hood. So there again is two versions of it. It's an English version and a Korean version. And the very cool thing about their English versions is their translations make sense. Like they still talking the same amount of smack and the sentence structure makes sense, but that's because they have two English speaking members, you know, so that helps substantially. Another great example of that would be Tableau when he made the footnotes to Epic High's album, because he wrote the lyrics and he's a North American born citizen. English is one of his languages. He can make the proper correlative translations. All right, so that's the acapella of it. The instrumentation of it is pretty fun as well, but I really wanted to point out the acapella because I wanted you to hear that deeper undertone. CL does that. CL can do all four of their ranges. If you don't believe me, look at recaps from when she came to the United States for her concert and she performed their songs and she performed everybody's parts as well as the backing vocals. Or look at Lydia Peck. Lydia Peck used to be signed to YG Entertainment. I think she's still an indie artist at this time, but she was in great admiration of CL because CL's range is just uncredited on a very, very substantial level that young lady can sing darn near any of the notes that anything has happened in 21 has ever done. She can do it all. So it's really, really cool. And three English speaking members, actually, Jalen to an extent, Dara can speak English, but she's more known for speaking Tagalog before this. So yes, it's three, but at the time, predominantly two. Again, we're looking at the album in 2009. It wasn't a solid three just then. And if we want to be particular about it even more so, all four of them can, because Minji can too. It's just a level of comfort. It's a level of comfort. All right, so now we will make our way over to the song that made me a stan of them. Is that why she covered Diplo's Revolution? I don't think there had any real reason for it except for the fact that she just liked the song and she could do it. And I love her version of it far more than the original. I freaking love her version. Okay. The song that made me really sit down and pay attention to them is It Hurts. The song is really, really special to me because at the time, okay, they had come out in 2009. I got into K-pop in 2012. And when I got into it, it was a very, very sad time in my life. I did not understand the language, but I understood what these women were conveying in that video so much that it made me cry. And I'm not big on emoting. I do it from time to time. You all have seen it. But it was just something so profound about that moment that I'll never forget. And I'm like, I will be a fan of these women until the day I die. And I didn't realize just how serious that declaration was. It Hurts doesn't have Teddy's hands on it at all. There are other writers, there are other arrangers. but the emotion in the song is absolutely stunning. And I believe that the song was crafted with the intention of letting Park Bom shine as much as possible on it. The instrumentation of the song is already lovely in its own sense. But the vocals is just it's just such a pretty song. So I'm hoping I can find a genuine instrumental of it for you so that you can hear the beauty of the music before we look at the lyrics. This is a song that had a strong production and delivery moment for me, definitely so. This is one of the few songs by them that I absolutely adore. High five, got into K-pop in 2012 too. Hey, CL's voice is beautiful. I wish she would sing more. Her vocals were surprising. Same. Hopefully I can find, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find an appropriate instrumental of it. So let me give just a second to it. No, I dragged Jess into it. I was into it first. This is the instrumental of It Hurts. It's like so it's a simple guitar, simple drums, not a lot going on. Very, very open. Again, now we're getting into the bridge. Open, come here. I know. Now think I come here. No more Beautiful, beautiful. Let's fast forward a little bit because there's another transition that's very open. SCS introduced me to K-pop in 2021, got me into K-pop in 2014. I love the song so much. No, I cannot be a K-pop star. That's not a goal. This song was my jam for the longest time. It calmed me down and blocked out the noise of the school bus sophomore year at 6 a.m. Very, very open, but it's a build-up. Absolutely, we're getting towards a transition. No way I can make it that it's your life. My name is you're not mine anymore. Wow, it's such a beautiful song. Now we have to play the song with the vocals. Otherwise, you're just stuck listening to me in my zone. The song is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's go ahead and play it so that you can hear Bomb rip the mess out.
Hola amigos, yo soy Silvia.
Oh, Ani. We don't want someone's cover. We want the real deal of the song. Okay. See, I would listen to this song on my way to school and almost cry in public transportation. America's Next Top Models, how you found 21? Dope. You can sing, oh my God. No, I can't. I can hold a tune long enough just to be able to do a little bit. All right, let's play it with the vocals. Let's see, someone said, hey, honey, you have a beautiful voice. And which 21 song is the instrument is very beautiful. This is called It Hurts.
그녀와 키스하고 내 가진 가슴 뿌리고 그녀를 품에 안고 나와 했던 그 약속 또 다시 하겠죠. 우린 이미 늦었나요?
Whatever, Sai.
우리 사랑 끝난 건가요? 아무 말이라도 좀 내게 해줘요. 우리 정말 사랑했잖아. 되돌릴 순 없는 건가요? 오늘 밤 난 많이 아파요. 했니? 네 맘속에 이제 난 더 이상 없는 거니. 널 생각하면 너무 아파.
All right, let's fast forward to that breakdown that I was mentioning. Fast forward.
A
lot of fast forwarding. There we go.
널 생각하면 너무 아파. 더 이상 예전의 네가 아니야. 내가 사랑한 너와 지금의 네가 너무도 달랐어. 그저 뭐하니 멀어지는 날 바라보고만 서서 울었어. No way I can recognize you're not my living
Woo, that's a moment. The beauty of this moment is the fact that you have two-part harmony, or three. Two parts because you have one going, you're not mine anymore, at a higher note, and then much lower. And then you have Dara as the third note doing her own verses. So you have a three-part harmony moment for a very quick second, and then it goes back to just two. It's a very, very creative way of delivering the refrain, if you will. We'll go ahead and go back just a little bit so you can hear the three, and then it goes to two. That's three. Still three. Now it's gonna go to two. Gorgeous song. So let's move forward. We are now on our way to the album that'll probably have me most emotional. It's 21, also known as the Nolja album. It was the 2011 EP. It has 6 tracks on it. You have I Am the Best, which is the song. That is the quintessential 21 song. It was the first single on there. Ugly is on there. Lonely is on there. Hate You. Don't Cry, which was Bohm's solo, and Don't Stop the Music, which is an alternative lyrics version of another song that they have. This was a very powerful album. This is the one that ranked 6th on Spin Magazine's 20 Best Pop Albums in 2011. Notice how I said Best Pop Albums, not K-pop. This was the album that put these women on a global stratosphere that they can't ever get knocked down from. So we're not going to look at I Am the Best right now. That's logical. It makes sense to look at that one first, but that's their big deal one that everybody knows. So before we jump into the songs that we're going to look at on here, and we're looking at them for production, not for delivery. Before we jump into those, let's scroll up a bit. Some of you were all completely and utterly in your feels about the song It Hurts. And thank you again for the voice. Let's see. You can be the next Alex from Rania. Boy, bye. That's not happening. Let's see. We have, I hope you don't play Falling in Love because a real OG is going to cry on the subway. We're actually not gonna play Falling in Love. Falling in Love only has one really cool moment, two cool moments. The touch me over here, touch me over there, and all the Dara's part. It's a reggaeton song, so it's not a lot out of the ordinary for it, except the fact that the song is being sang in Korean. So we will be skipping that one. See, my God, this song sounds so beautiful and full of soul. How come I didn't hear this earlier? I'm so disappointed in myself. Their harmonization is very beautiful and strong. You have to give yourself credit. As K-pop fans, we usually just listen to the videos that are uploaded on YouTube. Not everyone is motivated to go and listen to a whole album. You have to be a fan of somebody to really want to listen. So don't beat yourself up. Angel's already left. Bye-bye. Jalen said, I kind of want to relive my second-gen childhood again. Those were great times. Hey, It Hurts is one of my top 21 songs. I love everyone's voice in this song, but I love Park Bom's voice in this song the most. Nice breakdown. It is a smooth breakdown. I can say that I listened to I'm the Best, and it was so good. It's an iconic album. It definitely is. I remember hearing Teddy say that Hate You was supposed to be Fuck You. Yeah, it was supposed to be. What about Come Back Home? We haven't made it to that album yet. We're going in order of their discography. Let's see. So we're going to go straight into, and again, we're looking at the production choices for this album, not the lyrics. The lyrics are exciting and whatnot for those of us who were fans because they were easy enough to learn. But I think a lot of people miss the beauty of the songs that were produced during this era. So we're going to start with Ugly because it comes on so cool, and there's no way for you at first listen to realize that the song is going to turn into a rock vibe in the chorus. There's nothing that lets you know that at all, even from the video. So let's see. Oh my God, Lonely is the song where I was lonely. Lonely is my jam, not the same song. I'm learning a lot today. Yay, Trishy. All right, let's pull up Ugly. And again, we're looking at the production. I'm not gonna cry. That was only 32 seconds. That's the whole intro. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. I told y'all by the time we get to this album, I'll probably get all choked up and whatnot. In these 32 seconds, you have an acoustic guitar. You have an acoustic guitar. You have a simple snare drum. There's not a lot going on. I'm sorry, not a snare, just the kick drum. It's a very simple build up. But when you listen to this in headphones, what you're going to hear is a lot of sound effects and swishing noises to build up what's getting ready to happen. Again, there's no way to know just from the beginning of this song and the chorus. I'm sorry, the beginning of the song and the first verse that it's going to build up the way that it does. You don't know until the bridge, when you start getting that marching band feel with the drum involved, that something is about to happen. I'm gonna cry, major throwback. Oh my gosh, I'm singing along and crying almost. They had some great songs. Actually, if you cry, it's gonna create a chain reaction. Y'all just better be ready. I'm going to cry at some point. I love these songs. Hello, JV. I love these songs, and I love the way that they were produced. And like I said, for this album, ladies and gentlemen, we're not looking at the delivery. We're not looking at the lyricism. We're simply looking at the production, because some of these songs were absolutely beautiful, and they got foreshadowed by us being fans of the group. There's no way you can hear the beginning of 21 and not hear CL and Balm with their solo deliveries in the beginning. It's just, you can't separate it. This is a song that the A's are not obvious as well either. You're looking for that A that I was pointing out in other songs. It's not in this one. You'll actually find it in I Am the Best. All right, let's go back. Remember, that was the first 32 seconds. Then we're going to get into the chorus. I'm sorry, I keep going to the chorus. Get into the first verse, then we're going to get into the bridge, then the chorus, and then we'll move on to the next song, which will be Lonely. And Lonely is my karaoke jam. That is my bop. I even remixed it, and it's on the Miss Blink Music playlist on my YouTube channel. I did a whole different version of it. I made it a house song. So here we go again. It's just beautiful. You got the simple piano in there. It's not a lot going on. And that writer I was talking about, Lydia Pake, she had her hands in this song as well. Clean stop. Very simple. It's not much going on. So if you didn't give this song enough time, you might not have liked it at first. Extra drum. Now you're going to get an extra. There's still no way for you to know what's going to happen in the chorus. It's great. There's no way in the beginning for you to know that the song is going to build up to that. There's absolutely no way. I encourage you to listen to that song with the lyrics. I would like to get into it, but then I'm going to get all in my feels again. So let's move on to the next. Regina, we're getting into Lonely now, but we're only playing the instrument. That rocker hair. Yes, I love rocker hair. JV said, I've always loved the guitar intro. It's a beautiful one. And I listen to every style of music except country. I'm just not a big fan of country, the genre as a whole. All right, so we're going to look at Lonely, the instrumental of it. Yeah, that slight crunch of the guitars plays off the synth so nicely during the chorus section. Yes, yes, yes. All right. This song doesn't have a lot of variation. It's an acoustic with a very simple chord. That's pretty much it. The variety in this song came from the way that the ladies delivered their verses, but this still does not take away from the beauty of the actual track. So we're going to listen to the instrumental of it. All righty. Here we go. Extra bass, an upright bass actually. This was one of the first songs I learned how to sing in Korean too. That's the whole trajectory of the song. That 1 minute and 22 seconds sets the tone for the entire 3 minutes and 28 seconds of that song. And I had to swallow down my tears right now. I very much love that song. Very, very much. Okay, so as we step away from this iconic album, because again, we're leaving I Am the Best as the absolute end. There's no reason to even talk about it right now. Now it's time to get into the Crush album, and I know I'm gonna even get more emotional there. See, look at me. You can't even. Crush. Crush was such a dope album. This is where you had Come Back Home, Gotta Be You, Main Boo, but We're not talking about Mambo because they did not do their due diligence and research the sample that they used in that, and that was extremely disrespectful. Scream, which was already released in Japan, but they did a Korean version of it. But there's some other really good songs on here. Nat Moon, you are so right. Their music was diverse. Yes, someone said, I feel like most people never realized just how diverse their music really was. Yes, they were strong, but also had a vulnerable side to them. And I saw Jalen said he got into K-pop in 2007 and kind of rolled with this group from their debut until their disbandment. The next Alex from Rania, each time you sing, I see it. I'm older than Alex. Ain't no way I'm going to be in anybody's K-pop group except some little local cover band that go to Notre Bang. If I Were You is my favorite song. If I Were You is my jam. It is my jam for a multitude of reasons. Like every time they released the album, it would be parallel with what was going on with me. So this is the last album that we can acknowledge by them. Oh, this was the last album they did as a foursome. After we're finished with this, we're going to go back and look at some of their singles, because for a moment in time, they only released singles and not albums. So that's where you get I Love You, which is a great song, Fallen in Love, Do You Love Me, Missing You, things of that sort fall within that area. So let's finish this album first, get to those singles, and move from there. So Crush is a wild ride from the beginning to end. It starts off with them being sassy. Got to keep in mind, we hadn't heard their vocals in almost 3 years on an album. So they come in with, like just being sassy from the very get-go. It's a fun song. And it's one of the songs where if you are a Blackjack and you were anticipating their comeback, that when it gets to the end, when they're saying, Nolja, hey, Nolja, which means let's play. And that's the name of Blackjack Nolja. That's the Japan extension of our fan base. There's a part in the song where Minji whips her hair and is clean on beat. You can't take away from that. And you also cannot take away from them throwing their hands up and the fireworks exploded in the video. It's one of the most dope moments for us as long as we waited for them. Not the official Crush video, not that where they was in there wearing all that fly and flashy attire. I'm talking about the very first All or Nothing concert video. Oh, it was great. So let's play a little bit of Crush. I'm not going to play all of it. I just want to pick out some of the sassy moments, and then we're going to get into some of the other songs that you should consider on there for great production and delivery. We're going to do everything in my power not to get choked up while I play the live performance of this song. The live performance is literally, we just had 1 second and I had to pause it. The thumbnail to this video, or to the teaser for the July Great Moments in Production, is the final moment of them throwing their hands up saying, hey. So I'm not going to play the album version. I'm going to play the live version, so y'all can just feel the energy. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to our show. We're 21, and tonight is all or nothing, baby. Are you ready? 모든 여자들의 뜨거운 crush, 너의 심장을 뛰게 하는 rush. 좋아해 날 좋아하면 예뻐지니까. They love me 'cause I'm hot. They love me.
What makes that opening sound a horn? That's them.
They love me 'cause I care. They love me 'cause I'm hot. They love me 'cause.
So the band is playing live drums, synth keyboard.
너처럼 춤출 수 있다고 생각하면 나와 죽여줄겠나. 하나로 너를 미치게 하는 뮤직 소리 들리니 내 마음에 지워질러. 사가지 나 걸어했던 내 맘대로지. 사가지 모두 알잖아 I don't care. 사가지
All right, so that's Crush. Again, that's a song that from start to finish is just a lot of fun to listen to. So you want to check that one out. That is the very first song and the album titled song from Crush, which came out in 2014. No. Was it 2014? Yeah, I was right. 2014. Lord, I'm a creep for remembering stuff like that. Okay. Come Back Home. Come Back Home was it was a version of a song that was done by YG originally. So they did some changes of the writing on it to fit the women. There's two versions of it. We're not going to play the unplugged version. That's the acoustic one because I'm bound to snot up everything trying to talk about it. Anyone else is tearing up or crying? Yeah, Regina, I feel that way. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for joining. Someone said they have Jalen said they have a reggae version of I Love You, right? I can't quite remember. I haven't listened to that song in a minute. There might be. I know my particular favorite version of it, they only performed live one time, where they start out with the ending at the beginning and then they slow it down and then intro to the whole song. I might be able to find it. All right. Come Back Home. Everyone was so gung-ho about the video and whatnot. This was the first time that the girls had like an extremely unexpected beat drop. Let me give you a little bit of factoids about the song. The music video for the song was released on March 2nd, 2014. YG Entertainment CEO described the music video as set in a near future city, and the concept is that people in the said era prefer the virtual world over the real one, just like the movie Matrix. Furthermore, it is notable for its high production value of $500,000 to effectively exude a futuristic vibe with the use of extensive computer graphics, as well as being directed by a rookie director, D. Shin. Come Back Home garnered positive commercial and critical success, not just for its track, but also for its artistic music, for portraying the song's lyrics in a metaphorical light, as opposed to what could have been another tragic love story. Very, very interesting. It peaked at #1 on the South Korean Gaon. For Billboard, it peaked at #2. In the US World Digital Songs, it peaked at #4. The song was a beast. It won Best Electronica Song, Favorite K-Pop Video Award, and Honored Artist. It was a very, very big deal song. Man. And I didn't even know that there was a MYX Music Awards. And now that I do know, I must look that up. I'm sorry. Music awards that acknowledge the video artistry. I felt like that was a missed section in South Korean entertainment, but apparently I was late to the party. It is presented by a cable channel. Oh, I'm gonna have to learn more about that. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the instrumental of it. The instrumental doesn't seem like too much without the vocal delivery, but it is still pretty good. Someone asked, the album came out before the music videos, right? I think the video this time dropped before. So you got a lot of vibes going on in here. So there's a lot going on. There's a reggae beat, there's synthesizers, there's electronica without a doubt. Now, this is the official instrumental. Were you expecting that drop to be much more profound? It never really was. It was such a shock when we first heard this song because we had never heard anything like this for 21. So when it dropped, it seemed like, oh my God, it's such a drop. It really isn't. It's very simple. It's the fact that they have, you know, sound effects and whatnot on that comeback hum that adds to it. So that's the reason it's so important to play the instrumental, to show you that it was a really good production style, because it's really open all on its own, and then to show you that it's a good delivery because the girls sold it. Otherwise, this track is just, it's just a basic ass track. Let's see. Some of the comments said, I still love this song. I do too. Someone said, SK better acknowledge the music videos in K-pop. They don't. Now that I'm looking at MYX Music Awards, that's in the Philippines. That's a huge hook for a variety of fans and potential fans. Someone asked, do you know if there's any truth as if It Is Your Last was originally a 21 song that they may have even recorded? As if it's your last, I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't really keep up with any back information about things that could have went to some artist or another outside of American music. But I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of songs are written and orchestrated for another artist, and then they make their way through the pipeline. I know of quite a few in American music, but not so much in Korean music. It's really fun listening to other people who have some knowledge of music, give some analysis on music, like you like, as someone who comes from classical music. Yes, classical music. I like how they kept that reggae beat. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we move away from Come Back Home. And we go over to some of the, why did I do that? Sorry. We go over to the next album, next track, not next album, next track on the album that definitely needs to be acknowledged. And it's a song called Good to You. The lyrical delivery on this wasn't so much of a shock as it was how sultry the song sounded. This album was the first time that CL had a lot to do with music production and writing. And because she's the leader of the group, she knows the women in it far more intimately than anyone else would. So she knows that their hopes for their vocal showmanship, their vocal dexterity and things. And she wrote around that as much as possible. So we're going to go to Good to You in terms of instrumental. I see that someone was asking about Gotta Be You. Gotta Be You is a good production moment that we are going to look at, but we're going to continue in a particular circle. It's for pacing purposes. One moment. You should make this a podcast. It's kind of hard to explain these things on a podcast without being able to point out things and being able to go back and rewind. All right. Let's see. The issue with this is I'm going to come across a whole bunch of karaoke ones, and that's agitating. It used to be all of the acoustics on here. But I guess when a group goes bye-bye, you can take those things down. All right. Let's see if it'll give it to me in acapella, because I don't want to. That's Crush, yes. Let's see. Let's fast forward quite a bit. All right, we're almost there. This is Good to You. Hear that piano? Like what?
너도 나쁜 남자라 해도 솔직한 네가 좋았어, if they're right.
Rich vocals.
But they were right. 우리 처음 만난 순간부터 너의 무관심에 기들여졌어. And it's so wrong. It's been so long.
Vocals.
지금 네 눈빛에 담겨있는 그녀에게 그토록 그리워했던 설렘을 느낄 수 있니? 아름다운 그녀에겐 너를 위한 눈물 따윈 없을 거야. 이런 기나긴 기다림도. 착한 여자 나쁜 남자 좋아해. 왜 나쁜 남자 나쁜 여자 좋아해. 왜 그래서 난 너를 이렇게 사랑해. 그대 이런 내 맘을 몰라 왜 Cause I'm so good to you, yeah. You love her but her kiss is a lie. Cause I'm so good to you, yeah. You kiss her but your love is a lie. Cause I'm so good to you, yeah. You love her but her kiss is a lie. Cause I'm so good to you, yeah.
Very, very smooth, very grown to show where the women have emotionally evolved. The song is exceptionally sultry. It's in a low key. It's heavy with the piano. And I am going to go back and play it with the music so that you can hear that. But this particular video also has the acapella for If I Were You. If I Were You is my favorite song from this album. My goodness. And it's because they acted a complete fool on this in terms of doing very creative things with the vocals. I'm so happy to see someone else point out things I noticed that most people don't. It's a good reassuring feeling when you can hear the acapellas of things and know that what you might have heard in your headphones or in your car or in your room does make sense. Gotta fast forward because this person wasn't kind enough to mark the times. All right, so we're going to listen to the acapella If I Were You, and then I'm going to go back and play the music of these songs for you, and then we're going to go into Gotta Be You, and then one portion of Scream. Come on, CEO, hurry up. If I Were to Make You, If I Were You makes me cry every time I listen to it. It's a jam. I don't know who hurt CL, but she wrote the mess out of it. All right, here we go. Please give me the drum. Please give me the drum. Okay.
너만을 위해 보냈는데 네가 가장 좋아하는 옷을 꺼내 입고 거울에 비친 가장 아름다워야 할 내 모습은 초라하게만 보여 눈치 없는 밤하늘은 너무 아름다워 네가 나로 살아봤으면 해 내가 너로 살아봤으면 해 하나라도 느껴봤으면 해 너의 마음 나의 마음 내가 너를 사랑했으면 해 네가 나를 사랑했으면 해 단 하루라도 함께 했으면 해 널 후회 없이 보내줄 수 있게.
They sang their behinds off on those two songs. Let me go back and play Good to You with the music so that you can hear it. And can they have a surprise comeback if possible? Who knows? They don't hate each other, so who knows what the future will hold. Can we go back in time and punch YG for disbanding Queens or not? Because butterfly effect, same. All right, this is Good to You with the music. Jalen said, I will always get Minji's voice mixed up with someone else's. Yeah, she can mimic quite a bit of them. That's a groove. The drums. The song very minimally changes. Very minimally.
It's been so long.
It's all about the piano and the ladies' vocals. All right, let's skip over to If I Were You. I know I'm cutting them short, but we still got a few more songs we got to get done before time is up because I still have to get ready to live stream at 10 o'clock. So the next song again is not Good to You, I'm sorry, If I Were You. And that's the song that we listened to with Dara leading it, basically. Real open again.
거울에 비친 가장 아름다워야 할 내 모습은 초라하게만 보여 눈치 없는 밤하늘은 너무 아름다운
Very big.
살아봤으면 해 내가 너로 살아봤으면 해 하나님한테 느껴봤으면 해.
So these particular songs, these two songs, they were really, really embracing live instrumentation as much as possible. So we just played If I Were You, and Good to You was the song before that. Two very, very good songs. Going back to read some of the comments, someone said, sorry about the podcast comment. That was a friend's opinion who I'm watching this with. I think this format works better than a podcast. I mean, it could potentially translate, but there's no need to apologize. It's just a comment. Let's see. This song was one of my favorites. Are you going to have a meetup for GD's concert? More than likely not. The Houston McWallace will be having a meetup in August, and I'll be announcing where, when, and all that good stuff later on. But more than likely not. I will be visible. It won't be hard to find me, that's for sure. Baby, I Miss You. Please, I love that song. Baby, I Miss You doesn't have a good production and delivery moment. It's a simple 5-count cadence, and it's just a sultry jam, but it's not a great moments in production and delivery moment. What are personal favorites? Like, I love Scream, but Scream only has one moment that matters. It's more beneficial for me to skip it, which I actually am going to do. I was going to acknowledge Scream, but it's only one part that matters on the entire song. So why put you all through that just for 1 millisecond? So Gotta Be You. What makes this song so interesting is the music, not so much the lyrics. Oh no, this is not official. Oh no. We don't do the karaoke version where we can find the original. Hold on one moment. Let me pull up the appropriate one. Like, So it don't sound like much, but it was a good choice for them. I think it is an electric keyboard. Someone asked me that wow, wow, wow is an electric keyboard. I believe so. All of that going on. So again, a lot of these songs, when you hear them, they sound so much more larger and anthemic than they actually are when you listen to the instrumental. That is a reflection of good production after the fact. Like, you make the song and then you send it to somebody to mix and master it, but it's also a strong reflection of what the ladies brought vocally. They knew how to fill every nook and cranny of their music. A perfect example of that would be what I'm about to play next, because the instrumental of it doesn't have half as much of an impact as you thought it might have. So let me find the appropriate one.
When you feel like there's no way out, love is the only way.
This song was a jam. This was 21, I Love You. They did this in 2012. And this is the type of music I like to make. So this was all like in my veins. Turtle Squared said, damn it, I gotta go, but thank you so much for breaking down the music. So it's a very wide build up on that. The vocal delivery on this was a bop as well. I mean, it's just a dope song, but it was so much fun because the ladies had been gone for a stretch, no album, no nothing, and they decided to come on out with that. And then their vocals had changed a little bit as well, which I'm gonna point out in just a second for you. I feel like there's a reggae version of this, but I feel like I'm wrong. Go ahead and look it up, Jalen, double check. I Love You was the song that got me into 21. Hey. All right. Here it is, a cappella. Hopefully.
When you feel like there's no way out, love is the only way.
And Black Chivalrous Nerd, when I hear this, I do think of Big Bang doing their version.
I said, ooh, 질투하게 하지 마요. ooh, 집착하게 하지 마요. 아직 난 사랑이 두려워요. 이런 내게 믿음을 줘봐요. I said, ooh, 질투하게 하지 마요. ooh,
This is I Love You in acapella.
Oh, 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 I love you. I love you. 하루 종일 그대 모습 자꾸 떠올라 온종일 울리지 않은 전화기만 또 쳐다봐 왜 이런 내 맘을 아직 몰라 난 너의 마음을 아직 잘 몰라 hey! 너의 생각에 밤에 잠도 못 이루다 달빛에 그대를 떠올리며 내 맘도 뺏겨봐 왜 이런 내 맘을 아직 몰라 난 너의 마음을 아직 잘 몰라
One more moment.
Look at me now 내 맘을 바라봐요 이렇게 애상한데 지금 날 잡아줘요 늦기 전에
The reason I wanted to pick this song to show you all in acapella is because a lot of people have a whole bunch of group members to do harmony with. These ladies were known for layering their own vocals. Dara was singing over her vocals in a different octave, and CL often backed them all up by singing as low as possible. But there's a lot of layering and a lot of duplication of one's own vocals to give you a very rich sound. 4 people can only sound like 4 people. Another good song with serious harmonies is Missing You. Missing You came out in 2013 all by itself. It came after Falling in Love and Do You Love Me. So this had a lot of people choked up. This was the last MV reaction I did for them. I refused to react to Goodbye. I just wasn't having it. So we're going to listen to this in acapella as well as its instrumental, if I can find the appropriate one. And then we will close on their most iconic song, which is I Am the Best. Let's see. Some people say 21 knew how to give you vocals. Those harmonies kill me. Jalen double checked to see if there was a reggae version of I Love You, and he found out there wasn't. Jennifer says, analyzing music makes me miss being in orchestra and playing cello. It's a beautiful instrument. Samantha said, the way the vocals are layered, I can't. I just mentioned the same thing above. Delphine said, missing you, really about to have me crying. Samantha popped in and said, morning, just marathon the season of RuPaul's Drag Race goals. And now on my iPad, I'm blessed. I think they said iPad is Gmopad. Not sure. But let's go ahead and get into the acapella of Missing You. Beautiful. As a person who likes to produce using a reverse, listen to it for here.
그렇게 너무 편하게 굴지 마요. 아직 너와 난 남남이니까. 어린애처럼 보채지죠 마요. 아직 시작도 안 했으니까. 아이들의 불장난 같은 사랑은 싫어. 조금은 줄여 있을 뿐이야. 난 괜찮아. 아니야 사실 난
A lot of harmonies.
나를 떠나보낸 그가 아직 너무 미워요. 차갑게 식어버린 내 가슴은 아직도 그를 그리워해요.
Sing, CL.
그리워해요.
She punched that note out. She threw that note out. It was beautiful. Their harmonies are not conventional in a sense that they go more so with the lower notes than they do the higher, because they let the music intersperse with their harmonies and give them a fuller sound. So we're going to go ahead and play that. Is Missing You still the same as Cold Rain for a Minute, or that old news? It's very old at this part. Electric or stand-up bass, I poked at both. I think it's both, honestly. And that reverse kills me. I love it.
그렇게 너무 편하게 굴지 마요. 아직 너와 난 남남이니까. 어린애처럼 보채지죠 마요. 아직 시작도 안 했으니까.
Now you see how the music fills in the space of where their harmonies didn't?
조금은 줄여 있을 뿐이야. 난 괜찮아. 아니야 사실 난 나를 떠나보낸 그가 아직 너무 미워요. 차갑게 식어버린 내 가슴은 아직도 그를 그리워해요. 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 그리워해요.
This song also has its own transitions towards the end, but it's gonna like make you emote, and I just don't feel like crying. So let's go on to the very last song, which is the one that darn near everybody knows, whether or not you like the group or not. And that is I Am the Best, which is it's a movement, it's a way of life. Someone said, it makes me sad that I left my band senior year, but then again, the teacher was not good and rude. So I'm also glad it didn't go through that another year. Well, you know, you can always practice your instrumentation without a band. Artists never stop being artists. So, all right, let's pull up I Am the Best. I'm on their channel right now, which is probably not the most smart thing to do emotionally, looking at all of these videos. Okay, so we're almost there as I scroll and scroll. Wasn't this in a commercial? Yes, it was. It also played on New York radio waves, and people got all up in arms about the word nigga because we're all so sensitive and not open to learning of languages. So yes, it was. After this song, I'm going to play two honorable mentions for you. I just want to put them in your brain for you to consider listening to on your own time. You don't have to, but I strongly encourage because the songs are dope. Come on now. We got to get to what we're trying to do. 2anyone, I Am the Best. There we go. Is I Am the Best techno? You can consider it as techno. What they actually dubbed it as, let's see, by their own definitive explanation, electronic hip hop. That's what they called it. All right. I am the best. Nothing comes on like it.
내가 제일 잘 나가.
Yay, yay.
내가 제일 잘 나가. 내가 제일 잘 나가. 내가 제일 잘 나가. 제일 잘 나가.
Oh my God.
누가 봐도 내가 좀 죽여주잖아. 이제 바라면 이미 서럽잖아. 남들은 따라오지만 난 알아보고 지쳐.
So very, very fun and open, and known for being very fun and open. The things that I want to point out on this song, this was one of the songs that got them huge international recognition. It's anthemic. It has a hip hop vibe. They're talking a lot of smack in terms of the lyrical delivery. Everyone has a good portion of time. Dispersing evenly amongst a foursome is far easier than 7, 9, 8, 12, and so on and so forth. Also, the song is catchy as hell. It literally gets stuck in your head, which was why it was such a big deal for me to cut it off right now, because that's going to be stuck in my head for hours if I don't. I don't know if it was in a CoverGirl ad. I wouldn't be shocked if it was, but it was definitely used for a computer ad, which takes me on to the next thing. It's two other songs that I want you all to pay attention to by these ladies. One of them is called Be Mine. It's not on the album. It was done for the Intel computer company. And then the other one we'll get to in a moment. How am I? I'm good. Paige, is just, this is not the ideal space to have those conversations at the moment, since this is a great music and production moment. All right. So everyone is extremely familiar with that one, so there's no need to go any further in that. However, Be Mine, a lot of you might not be familiar with it. It sounds beautiful. This song again is called Be Mine.
All I wanna do is just be with you. She comes in my life from fade away. Hold on to this moment. This is what I've been waiting. So just shout out to be mine.
Sounds very dope. Again, the song is called Be Mine. And then the other song that I want to share with you all, this song is not originally theirs. This song is called Love Is So Difficult. The young ladies got on a show and they did their own version of it live. So they put their own vibe on it. They performed this December of 2009. So this was still their debut year. They hadn't even hit their year mark yet. They were only, 7 months in? May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, they were only 7 months into being artists. And they came onto a show and they did I Don't Care and Love Is So Difficult live. I Don't Care is by an older artist named Lee Sung-chul. And when I tell you these women sang the mess out of this song, they did. The song is only 2 minutes and 9 seconds, the clip that they did. They dispersed well, but I want you to listen for the harmonies around the live instrumentation. Before we get into that, let's make sure to check some of the comments you all said. Let's see, a lot of people are saying, Be Mine, Be Mine. I remember this song. It sounds dope. Their songs were really good. Like, damn, I haven't heard this song. It's really catchy. Oh, wow, this is nice. This is the last song, ladies and gentlemen. And when we are finished with this, if you want, you can catch me on the live stream at 10 o'clock Central. The first hour, we always just chat about whatever you all want to talk about. And then from 11 o'clock until midnight to perhaps just a little bit past midnight Central Standard Time, I do live MV reactions. If you want to know what I'm reacting to this evening, you can check my Instagram account, or you can click the video for it and look at the list in the description box. So this is the last song by my girls, and I didn't cry. I got real close a couple of times. I'm very proud. So again, this is called Love Is So Difficult. It might be a moment before I do 4 Minute. 4 Minute has a lot of their songs that are blocked. So if the audio plays through my video, they'll come and shut down my whole Great Moments in Production and Delivery video. I don't make any money on these videos, ladies and gents. I talk about it because I love music. So last thing I want to do is have it up and then it gets taken down. All right, here we go. You're going to hear the live cheering and everything as well. Oh my God, they look so young. And again, this is their version of the song. The vocals. Sing, girls.
내 맘을 다져도 왜 항상 떠나가는지 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아 사랑 참 어렵네요 보고 싶었어 그리워졌어 하루에도 몇 번씩 아파
Sing, y'all.
아무것도 할 수가 없어 참 어렵다 너무 힘들다 있는 그대로 날 바라보면 괜찮을 텐데 사랑 참 어렵다 많이 아프다 모든 걸 다 주어도 부족한 사랑 참 어렵다 Love is so difficult to me
Yes, they sang the mess out of that. Those harmonies were absolutely lovely. And for them to only be a few months, the video, the video stopped on CL smiling at her members. And now I'm going to cry. Oh, let's just drop the video so that we don't get teary-eyed. Okay. Oh, no crying. The song is called Love Is So Difficult. This was a song that they did their own version of by a senior male artist. And yeah, that's that. I am not going to cry. VIP K-Pop King, we don't go through the whole discography of anyone. These are songs that have unique production and delivery moments. You are obviously new, so I strongly encourage you to go back and look at some of the other great moment in production and delivery videos so that you see how I go about my selection and why. If I just wanted to sit on YouTube live and listen to somebody's music with y'all, then I wouldn't do it where I don't get paid as a content creator. So that is my beloved 21. I am forever and always will be a blackjack. And at some point in my life, I'll be able to listen to their stuff and not get choked up for no freaking reason. It's sorry that I do it. I definitely will work on not getting choked up. But thank you for rolling with me for an hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 minutes to try to get through all of their music. And that is the end of this live stream. I will catch you all at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time if you come back for the McGualas Hangout. Otherwise, bye, y'all.